Have you ever wondered if there is a correlation between privacy and tranquility in our lives? A question that paves the way to an intriguing exploration of Stoicism, an ancient philosophy that has been around for centuries, yet remains relevant today. Privacy, in a world dominated by the internet and social media, is a rare commodity. We live in an age where our lives are displayed like open books, where our every move can potentially be scrutinized by the public eye. Yet, the Stoic philosophers of ancient Greece and Rome proposed a different way of life, one that values tranquility and privacy. Stoicism is a school of thought that teaches the development of self-control and fortitude as a means to overcome destructive emotions. It does not merely suggest suppression of feelings, but rather encourages a deep understanding of them to master and maintain a balanced life. At the heart of Stoicism is tranquility, a state of calm and quietude that allows us to live in peace, undisturbed by the chaos of the world. And one of the key elements to achieving this tranquility is privacy. Privacy is not about shutting the world out, but rather about creating a space where one can grow, reflect, and find peace. It's about keeping certain aspects of our lives to ourselves, not out of fear or shame, but to maintain a sense of balance and control. It's about understanding that not everything needs to be shared, that some things are best kept private. The Stoics believed that by maintaining our privacy, we can better control our emotions, avoid unnecessary distractions, and ultimately achieve a state of tranquility. They believed that privacy is not a luxury, but a necessity for a tranquil life. In the following scenes, we will delve deeper into the Stoic philosophy and explore 7 areas of life that, according to Stoicism, should be kept private. These are not rules set in stone, but guidelines to help us navigate our lives in a world where privacy is often overlooked. So, with an open mind and a curious spirit, let's dive into 7 areas of life that, according to Stoicism, should be kept private to attain tranquility. First on our list is personal goals. Think about it. When you set a goal for yourself, who is it for? Is it for you, or is it for the world to see? While it may feel good to share our ambitions with others, doing so can sometimes do more harm than good. It's like letting out a secret. Once it's out, you can't take it back, and suddenly you've opened yourself up to the scrutiny and expectations of others. This is where the wisdom of Stoicism comes into play. Stoicism, the ancient Greek philosophy, encourages us to focus on the process rather than the outcome. It reminds us that our worth isn't determined by how well we meet the expectations of others, but by how well we adhere to our own principles and strive to better ourselves. When you share your goals, you invite unnecessary pressure and distractions. It's as if you're giving others permission to judge your progress, to question your methods, to cast doubt on your abilities. And that, my friends, is a recipe for stress and anxiety. Instead, keep your goals to yourself. Let them be your secret fuel, the silent motivator that pushes you forward when times get tough. Let them be your compass, guiding you on your journey to self-improvement. When you do this, you allow yourself to focus on what truly matters: the effort, the dedication, the perseverance. And here's the thing, it's not about denying ourselves the joy of sharing our achievements. Rather, it's about understanding that the journey is just as important, if not more so, than the destination. It's about recognizing that true growth comes from within, not from the validation of others. So the next time you set a goal for yourself, try keeping it private. Embrace the beauty of your personal journey, free from the watchful eyes of the world. You might just find that it's a lot more fulfilling that way. Remember, your journey is yours alone. Scene script. Next, we look at personal finances. Why is it essential to keep your financial matters private, you may wonder? Well, it's not just about preventing potential theft or fraud, though those are certainly valid concerns. It's about something a bit more philosophical: achieving financial peace. You see, money is a powerful tool. It can open doors, provide comfort, and even change lives. But it can also become a source of stress, jealousy, and resentment. By keeping your financial affairs to yourself, you limit the potential for these negative emotions to creep into your relationships and your life. The Stoics understood the value of tranquility and peace in all aspects of life, including finances. They believed that by avoiding the unnecessary display of wealth or the gratuitous discussion of financial success, they could minimize envy and ill will. They saw the wisdom in maintaining a modest demeanor, regardless of their actual wealth. The concept of financial peace isn't just about having enough money to meet your needs, it's about being content with what you have, and not allowing your financial situation to dictate your happiness or self-worth. When you keep your finances private, you're not hiding from the world. You're merely choosing to define yourself by your character and actions rather than your bank account balance. Additionally, privacy in financial matters encourages healthy financial habits. It brings the focus back to personal responsibility and financial discipline. Without the pressure to keep up appearances or maintain a certain lifestyle, you can make financial decisions based on your needs and goals, rather than societal expectations. Remember, Stoicism teaches us that true wealth is not found in material possessions, but in our virtues and our peace of mind. By keeping your personal finances private, you allow yourself to focus on what truly matters, living a fulfilled and tranquil life, free from the unnecessary stress that money can often bring. So, the next time you find yourself in a conversation about money, take a moment to consider the wisdom of the Stoics. Choose tranquility over conflict, modesty over ostentation, and peace over stress. Financial peace comes with privacy. Now, let's delve into our love lives. A love life, much like a beautiful garden, needs nurturing, care, and a certain level of privacy to flourish. This isn't about secrecy, but about preserving the sanctity of the bond you share with your significant other. Stoic philosophy emphasizes the importance of maintaining a certain degree of privacy in our romantic relationships. It teaches us that love, in its purest form, is an intimate exchange between two souls. It's a sacred space where we bare our hearts and souls, where we are most vulnerable, where we learn and grow together. Now imagine having a garden, a beautiful, blooming space, and then inviting the entire world to come and tread on it. The flowers would get trampled, the grass would wither, and the beauty would be lost. That's precisely what happens when we expose our love life to the world. The sanctity gets lost, the bond weakens, and the relationship suffers. Social media has made it incredibly easy and tempting to share every aspect of our lives, including our love life. But remember, every time we share a piece of our love life, we're inviting others into our sanctuary. We're allowing them to form opinions, make judgments, and sometimes even influence the dynamics of our relationship. It's essential to understand that your love story is unique. It's a beautiful narrative that you and your partner are writing together. It's not a story for others to read, but a journey for you two to embark upon. Stoicism teaches us to embrace the beauty of our love life, cherish the moments, and protect them from the prying eyes of the world. It encourages us to keep our love life private, not because it's something to hide, but because it's something to preserve. It's about understanding that the most beautiful parts of our lives are often the ones that are not for public display. They're the ones we keep close to our hearts, the ones we cherish in the quiet moments, the ones we protect with all our might. Your love life is your sanctuary. Protect it. Up next, family issues. Delving into the intimate realm of family, we find a myriad of complexities and emotional ties. Families are the bedrock of our lives, shaping our characters, our values, and the lens through which we view the world. Yet these relationships can be as delicate as they are strong, susceptible to the pressures and influences of the world outside the family unit. In the context of Stoicism, the family is seen as a private sanctuary, a sacred space that should be shielded from the prying eyes of the world. This is not due to a sense of shame or fear, but rather a deep understanding of the importance of maintaining family harmony and unity. When we openly discuss our family issues, we expose them to the judgments, opinions, and unsolicited advice of others. Such external influences can distort our perspective, fueling conflict, misunderstanding, and resentment within the family. At times, what begins as a small, manageable issue can escalate into a major crisis, simply because we allowed external voices to amplify it. Moreover, disclosing family matters can inadvertently violate the privacy and dignity of our loved ones. Remember, every family member has a right to their privacy, a right that should be respected and upheld. By keeping family matters within the family, we honor this right and foster an environment of trust and respect. Stoicism teaches us to address family issues with wisdom and discretion. It encourages us to seek resolution within the family, nurturing open communication, empathy, and mutual understanding. In doing so, we strengthen our familial bonds, promoting harmony and unity. It's important to note that Stoicism doesn't advocate for silence in the face of abuse or serious dysfunction. In such cases, seeking help is not just necessary, it's a moral obligation. The key is discernment, knowing when to seek help and when to handle matters internally. In the grand scheme of things, family issues are a part of life. They are opportunities for growth, for learning, for becoming more compassionate and understanding, so let's embrace them with grace, deal with them privately, and grow stronger together. A family's strength lies in its privacy. Our fifth subject is material possessions. Now let's dive into the depths of this fascinating topic. In the bustling world we live in, it's easy to get caught up in the rat race of accumulating more. More money, more clothes, more gadgets. It's like a never-ending cycle of want. But Stoicism, an ancient philosophy that has stood the test of time, presents a different perspective. Stoicism teaches us to find joy in simplicity, not in material possessions. It's not about having the latest smartphone or the flashiest car. Instead, it's about appreciating the simple things in life. The warmth of the sun on your face, the sound of birds chirping in the morning, the feeling of a good book in your hands. These are the things that truly matter, according to Stoicism. Stoics believe that material possessions are temporary. They can be lost, stolen, or destroyed, and they certainly can't be taken with us when we leave this world. So why place so much value on them? It's a question that prompts us to rethink our priorities. Instead of flaunting your new designer bag or your expensive watch, Stoicism encourages us to focus on developing our character and virtues. After all, these are the things that define us, not what we own. Remember, material possessions can provide momentary happiness, but they can't give us lasting fulfillment. They can't fill the void within us. They can't make us complete. That's a job only we can do for ourselves. It's also important to understand that Stoicism doesn't advocate for a life devoid of possessions. It's not about renouncing all worldly goods. Rather, it's about not letting these possessions control us. It's about maintaining a healthy detachment from them, understanding their transient nature, and not allowing them to define our worth or happiness. In conclusion, Stoicism encourages us to shift our focus from material possessions to the things that truly matter: our character, virtues, and the simple joys of life. As we move forward, let's remember that true joy comes from within, not from possessions. Scene script. Next on our list is charitable acts. In the realm of Stoicism, an act of charity is viewed as an act of kindness, not a token for show and tell. It's essential to understand that when we talk about keeping charitable acts private, we aren't suggesting that you shroud your actions in mystery. Instead, it's about ensuring these acts are performed for the right reasons, not for public recognition or self-aggrandizement. Consider this: when charity becomes a spectacle, its true essence is often lost. The focus shifts from the act of giving to the act of receiving praise. It becomes less about the cause and more about the applause. But Stoicism teaches us to seek virtue for virtue's sake, not for the ovation it might bring. The Stoics believed in the purity of intent. They posited that the act of giving should stem from empathy, compassion, and a genuine desire to make a difference. By keeping your charitable acts private, you ensure that your motivations remain untainted by the allure of public approval. You see, when you silently contribute to a cause you believe in, it fosters a sense of inner satisfaction that is far more fulfilling than any amount of public recognition. It's a quiet affirmation of your values, a silent nod to the Stoic ideals of virtue and integrity. In the grand scheme of things, it's not about what you give, but why you give. Your charitable acts should be a testament to your character, not a chapter in your public relations playbook. They should reflect your belief in making the world a better place, not your interest in making your image a more polished one. Remember, Stoicism teaches us that virtue is its own reward. There's a unique kind of joy that comes from knowing you've made a difference, a joy that needs no validation, no applause, no spotlight. When you give without expecting anything in return, you're not just practicing charity, you're practicing Stoicism. So the next time you give quietly. Give without the expectation of praise, without the anticipation of recognition. Give because you can, because you want to, because it's the right thing to do. True charity is silent. Finally, we come to personal grievances. Picture this: you've had a bad day, things didn't go as planned, and you're upset. It's natural to want to vent, to unload your frustrations onto someone else. However, the Stoic philosophy encourages us to take a different approach. Let's delve into why it's best to keep grievances private. You see, when we air our grievances to others, it often leads to unnecessary drama. Our problems can become a topic of gossip, taken out of context, and can even strain relationships. It's like giving a free ticket to others to attend the show of our personal life, which is neither necessary nor beneficial. Moreover, sharing grievances can create an environment of negativity. It's easy to fall into the trap of complaining and dwelling on what's going wrong. But remember, Stoicism teaches us that we can't control everything that happens to us. What we can control, however, is our reactions to these events. And this is where the Stoic manner of dealing with problems comes into play. Stoicism encourages us to accept our frustrations, to understand them, and then to let them go. Instead of sharing our grievances, we're encouraged to reflect on them and learn from them. This isn't about bottling up emotions. It's about processing them in a healthy way, and not allowing them to dictate our state of mind. By dealing with our grievances privately, we're not only preserving our peace of mind, but we're also maintaining our dignity. Remember, everyone has their battles. And just as we wouldn't want others to burden us with their problems, we should extend the same courtesy to them. It's about respect for ourselves and for others. So the next time you're faced with a grievance, take a moment, reflect on it, learn from it, and then let it go. It might not be easy, but with practice, it becomes a habit that leads to a more peaceful and balanced life. Deal with your battles privately. It's the Stoic way. We've covered a lot of ground today. We've embarked on a journey through the Stoic lens, unveiling the 7 subjects you should keep private. Each of these topics carries its own weight and significance, but why do they matter? Why do the Stoics advocate for their privacy? Let's recap. First, we delved into the realm of personal goals. The Stoics teach us that our ambitions, our dreams, are truly ours. They are intimate aspirations that define our individual paths. By keeping them private, we cultivate an environment where they can thrive, unimpeded by external judgment or influence. This privacy allows us to focus on the journey rather than the destination, and to appreciate each step we take towards our goals. Next, we examined the sphere of personal finances, money, wealth, financial status. These are topics often clouded by societal pressure and expectations. Yet, Stoicism reminds us that our financial circumstances are our own. They are not a measure of our worth or success. By keeping our finances private, we can navigate this complex landscape with a clear mind, free from the noise of comparison and envy. Our third subject was love life. Relationships, romantic or otherwise, are deeply personal experiences. Stoicism encourages us to keep these experiences private, to cherish them in their purest form. This privacy allows for genuine connections, untouched by external scrutiny or expectations. It fosters authenticity and sincerity, pillars of any meaningful relationship. We then addressed family issues. Family dynamics can be intricate and delicate. Stoicism advises us to keep family matters private, to manage them with respect and understanding. This privacy provides a safe space for resolution, for growth and for healing, without the added pressure of outside opinion. Our fifth subject was material possessions. Stoicism teaches us that the value of our lives is not dictated by what we own. By keeping our possessions private, we can avoid the trap of materialism, of defining our worth by what we have. This privacy helps us cultivate gratitude for what we possess and fosters a deeper understanding of what truly matters. Charitable acts were our sixth subject. Stoicism asserts that the act of giving should come from a place of genuine compassion, not from a desire for recognition. By keeping our charitable acts private, we ensure that our intentions remain pure, that our acts of kindness are driven by empathy, and not by the need for validation. Lastly, we explored personal grievances. Stoicism guides us to manage our grievances privately, to process our emotions with patience and introspection. This privacy allows us to navigate our challenges with resilience and wisdom, without the distortion of external judgment. So, what do these 7 subjects tell us? They tell us that privacy is not about secrecy. It's about respect. Respect for our journeys, our experiences, our values. It's about authenticity, about living a life true to ourselves. It's about tranquility, about finding peace within ourselves, undisturbed by the noise of the external world. The Stoics understood this. They understood the power of privacy, the strength in silence. They knew that by keeping these subjects private, we protect our inner peace. We shield our true selves from the pressures and influences of the outside world. We cultivate a space where we can grow, where we can thrive, where we can be truly ourselves. Remember, privacy is a virtue. It's a path to tranquility. It's the Stoic way.